All right, continuing on from SEC Media Days, and always fun to catch up with an LSU Tiger, a guy who caught a lot of balls last year for him, hoping to catch more balls this year. He is wide receiver Jack Bech joining us now. Jack, what's going on, man?
Not much, just enjoying the experience.
Outstanding freshman year, 43 catches, 489 yards, a few touchdowns. I mean, this happens for everybody who goes off as a freshman, but it's like, how are you able to settle into the SEC and be so productive as a true freshman?
For me, football is football. It's just a game at the end of the day. Obviously, the guys in the SEC West are the best football players in college football. I mean, if you were to get the average, any team day in, day out can beat anybody in the SEC. But just just not overthinking things, kind of just then things come and then things flow. A lot of the things I do are kind of more, I don't get pressed as much, so I have room to work. I like getting pressed. I like doing different releases and stuff like that. But no, just being able to have open space, being in the slot, and finding the open space, which I feel is one of my strong suits. I've always been good at finding the open field. So.
You're one of those rare hybrid players, played tight end, back to wide receiver. What to you is the biggest difference in shifting positions? Because, it seems like your best serve coming out of that slot, and you could do that as a tight end or a wide receiver. So what's the biggest difference in playing this position versus that?
The one main biggest difference is just the blocking aspect, how tight end you blocked within the line of scrimmage, DNs, and receiver you're blocking linebackers, safeties, cornerbacks.
And which would you rather block?
Linebackers, safeties, and cornerbacks.
Because you're like, those guys are way bigger than me. Don't put me out there with them. What do you like most so far about this new coaching staff? You get a new OC and Mike Denbrock. What do you like about the new guys?
So much. I could go on for days of what I love about them. Just their different philosophies, the way they act and engage around us, the way they do different things. If they say they're going to do something, they do it. And everything is real blatant, everything is done with purpose. It's just a whole bunch of things.
Do you get all these LSU people, a lot of people are my age or older that are in the media. Has anybody accidentally called you Blaine Bech?
I'm way better looking than him, so they would be wrong for calling me Blaine.
You go from playing for Coach O to Coach Kelly, two very different style of coaches. But like I said, I asked you kind of about Denbrock, but what do you like most about Coach Brian Kelly? Because, man, he seems like a straight shooter, but also extremely likable, a man about business. But you feel like he's going to get the job done, right?
He's like, how do I explain it? It's like you said, he's very straightforward, but a likable straightforward. Some people are like, they say things and they don't ask of it. Mm-hmm. And it can kind of come off as I don't know the word. It kind of come off as demanding.
Yeah.
And obviously every head coach and every coach has to demand out of his players. And when there's time to do it, he does. But he's also very good about, just interacting with us and being able to ask us to do different things. And obviously he has all control, complete and utter control, being our head coach. But he just knows how to interact with us in a very good way. You
guys were able to get Kayshon Boutte to stick around and play another season. There were some rumblings. Maybe he was going to look at the portal and all this, but you guys are able to get him back. Jeray Jenkins is back for a senior year. And then you got this big crop of talented sophomores like you, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Chris Hilton. What'd you see out of some of those guys in the spring?
Everybody, especially with Coach Hank, everybody's elevating. Everybody's getting bigger, stronger, faster. Everybody's knowing the game more and through the in and outs of it, the nuances of the game. The little things that really matter, that really separate you at the college level. Everybody's big, strong, fast. But it's the little things that Coach Hank has been teaching us that everybody's really clicking and getting along to. Nobody in our room is average, not even close to it. Everybody's a beast and animal in our room, which just builds a sense of competitiveness. And the best teams in the NFL, college ball, whatever it may be, have a lot of depth, which then in turn means that there's a lot of competitiveness and there's a lot of competition.
I heard, we didn't even touch on Cortez Hankton coming over from Georgia, but a Louisiana guy back in Louisiana. I guess it means a lot for him to be back and coaching you guys up, right?
100%.
You do have a quarterback competition going on. I won't ask you who's the starter, but
Yeah.
what did you see out of Jaden Daniels coming in the spring, coming over from Arizona State?
Definitely a dual threat. Can roll very fast, very quick. If the pocket collapses, he's very good at getting loose. He also has a sneaky strong arm, though.
You were able to play a little bit with Garrett Nussmeier. Obviously, we know what Miles Brennan can do when he's healthy. What did you see out of those guys?
Yeah, Miles Brennan, definitely a pocket passer. Likes delivering strikes. Just sitting in the pocket. He's very good at reading defenses. Has a lot of experience. He was behind Joe Burrow, one of the best to do it in college football. But at the same time, Garrett Nussmeier is kind of like a mix of Jaden and Miles. Pocket passer, but if the pocket escapes, he can definitely get out and make the play. And then you have Walker Howard, who is the young buck coming in.
Your high school teammate.
Yeah, my high school teammate. He's been evolving and growing every practice, workout session. He's been deep diving into film and just learning the speed of the game, different things like that.
Do you give him a little crap now that you're like big man on camp? Like you've been here a year and he's just getting there. Can you like kind of like haze him a little bit?
Not really. That's one of my best friends, but no,
So
I
you wouldn't do that, though.
I definitely give him a little bit of something every now and then.
Real quick though, on these quarterbacks, I mean, Miles has been there around a while. Nuss was there, but you were playing with Max Johnson a year ago, and you developed some chemistry with him. So, what's the challenge there in creating that chemistry with these guys?
It takes time, and we've spent a lot of time together, perfecting our craft throughout the spring ball, and then throughout the summer. We're going to keep doing it during the fall, so whenever the season rolls around, we're going to be ready to go.
Give me just an overall takeaway, what you came away with from the spring, because, man, that bowl game was brutal, where barely any of you guys were available.
Yeah.
I was there in Houston, and it was rough to watch, but it had to feel good to get everybody back together in the spring. But overall takeaway from what you saw in the spring?
That we have a lot of talent in this team, and we have a lot of really good coaches. That really, for me, goes to say that the sky's the limit for what we can do once we really all get on the same page and start connecting, which I think is really going to happen during fall camp.
I saw you had a couple NIL deals, but what's Jack Bech, when you're not playing football, what are you doing?
I have a dog, so hanging out with him, playing video games, watching movies on Netflix, like TV series, and hanging out with my friends.
What's the last thing you watched streaming?
Stranger Things.
Okay.
My favorite TV show of all time.
I didn't like it at first, and then my wife and I got back into it. We fell in love with it.
Yeah, 100%.
We're in Atlanta here. Like a lot of the filming locations are around here.
Really?
Yeah, like the lab is like 10 minutes from here.
Really?
Yeah, I think guys should go make a detour and go check it out.
That would be sick. Are you talking about like the lab where all the monsters are from? That would be
like
dope.
it's one of the small it's one of the college campuses here. I mean, it doesn't look like that on the inside, but the outside is that.
Yeah, that's sick. I would love to go check that out.
I think it just blew your mind. Like all the neighborhoods and all that, they're all like 20 minutes from downtown Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah.
So Hawkins is in Atlanta?
Most of the shooting locations, were around here.
Wow. Now you're going to get me in trouble because I'm not going to stop aggravating Coach Kelly to bring me to the Stranger Things sites.
I was going to say tell Michael Bonnet, but go above him, go to Coach Kelly and say, Coach, we got to make a detour. We got to go see the filming locations of Stranger Things. And he's going to go, what is a stranger thing? I don't even know what that is.
He definitely would. That's funny.
He is Jack Bech. Jack, best of luck this season, man.
Thank you
thanks so much for taking some time.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good one.